Hey guys, Lazy Man here. Hey, we're going to go ahead and take a look at this Silverstone Fortress case before I install the components in it. And what I've been doing for about the last 16 hours is been running some bench tests with all the components. And I started last night at stock speeds. I ran Prime 95 for about 8 hours, and then I went ahead and overclocked it just above 3.3, and I've been running Prime 95 for 8 hours on that. Just making sure that everything is running the way it's supposed to. So anyway, let's go ahead and take a look at this case. Alright, first off, this case does come in 4 different flavors. It comes in either all black, black with a side window, silver, and silver with the side window. Now this particular model here is made of brushed aluminum and steel. And as you can see, the black one here does look pretty sleek. Alright, as you can see, it does come with 5 1/4 bays. And then located on the top here, we do have the power switch, the reset switch, the power LED light, and the hard drive activity light. And then behind this panel here, slide that back, and we have 2 USB ports, an audio jack, and a microphone jack. And as you can see on the top here, it's completely made out of mesh steel, which is great for ventilation. And then on the back, there is a cutout here that can be used as a handle to lift the case. And there's also more ventilation on the back. And this one you just pop right out and gives you access to the filter. And if we take a look at the bottom here, this case is elevated exactly 1 inch above the ground, which helps the 3 massive 180mm fans on the inside suck in cool air. So let's go ahead and take a look at the inside. Alright, to remove the side panel here, you're going to actually need to remove the top first. And as you can see, there's an opening here where you put one of your hands, put your other hand in the opening in the back, and then just pull up. And the top comes right off. Now this does expose the 120mm exhaust fan on the top. It does have 3 switches here that control the 380mm fans on the bottom. And then as you can see here, this is where your I/O shield would be. And then this is where your expansion cards will go. So then there's 2 thumb screws. You need to remove the 2 thumb screws. And after removing those, the side panel just pops right off. Okay, the first thing you notice when I take off the side panel are these 3 massive 180mm fans. Now these are going to suck a tremendous amount of cool air from the bottom here, transfer that along the motherboard, and then ventilate through the top. And that's a good thing, because what they've done with the motherboard tray here is they've rotated that 90 degrees, allowing your GPUs to run in a vertical fashion. So not only will those fans keep the case nice and cool, it's going to help cool off your GPUs. And as you can see, they did cut out a big opening there for your retention plate on your cooler. And there's quite a few cable management holes. So that ought to work out pretty well. If we take a look at the 5 1/4 bays, they're pretty typical in most cases these days. They are toolless. Go ahead and slide in your optical drive or your fan controller, and then just push these down. Also with your hard drive cage there are 5 cages. The first one is hot swappable. You just lift this up, slide that out, drop your hard drive in, go ahead and slide that back in, and then latch it back down. I wish the other 4 were hot swappable, but just the first one is. Okay, the other thing that's worth noting is you can see it does have sound dampening material inside. The back panel is covered in it, the rear panel is covered in it, and also the front panel with the window in it has the sound dampening material. So not only will this case stay nice and cool, it's going to stay nice and quiet also. So the things I like about this case is, one, that they do cut out the opening for the retention plate. It does have the 380mm fans that's going to keep the case nice and cool. They rotated the motherboard 90 degrees, allowing your GPUs to run vertical. The sound dampening material and the hot swappable drive here up front. Now what I don't like about this case are a couple things. One is you can see the side window is on your right hand side, where personally I like to have the window on my left hand side. So that may work for some. For me, I don't know if it's a deal breaker, but I was just noticing that where I put my my computers, I like them on my right hand side, and with the window being on the right hand side, I don't think that would work very well. Also, the other thing I don't like is just to take off this side panel here, you need to go ahead and remove the top. That's a little bit of inconvenience. You know, for guys like me that like to get into their cases quite often, to go ahead and pull off the top just to remove the side panel, you know, is a little bit of a, a pain in the ass. The other thing is, and it's really not a big deal, but again, there's only 2 USB ports up on top. So to access the USB ports on your motherboard tray, again, you got to remove the top to either plug something in or to unplug something. So anyway, not a bad case. If you guys are looking for a mid-size tower case, one that has quite a few features, it's all black, has a window already in it, and is going to stay nice and cool and stay quiet, this is a very, very good choice. Alright guys, so that's going to be my little quick overview on the SilverStone Fortress 02 model. So anyway, we're going to go ahead and start to install the components in here, and hopefully I can give you guys an update as we're doing that. Okay, so you guys have a good day, and we'll talk to you later.